flex is weird as to me. Because y'all came together to pretty much show how much power black women have when it comes to spending, when it comes to coming together for a cause. And y'all raised all this money for a woman who doesn't even have a plan. Y'all don't even know her policies. Y'all don't even know what she's going to bring to the table. Y'all already calling her black on this app. She's not black. And for the people who keep saying, oh, well, she's half Jamaican, you could be white and still be Jamaican.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and I have a great video to share with you guys. The sisterhood is starting to come out in droves. Whoa. I've been talking about it on this channel for quite some time. If you are a woman out there, if you are someone that is a feminist, and you're okay with how Kamala Harris is running this campaign, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be asking, matter of fact, you should be clamoring, you should be demanding that this lady get out here and campaign no different than any other person that wants to hold the highest position on earth. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And without further ado, let's go.
From real black women. We were freed on January 1st of 1863. Therefore, you're not going to control us. You're not going to bully us into voting for whomever you select for your own personal gain. We're not going to do what you say because we're afraid of you. Those days are over. But I also wanted to specifically address what you're doing with Kamala Harris. First of all, most of us do not care what her race is. You could have promoted her as just a good candidate, but the fact that you're promoting her as the black woman candidate, that makes people that are intelligent, that makes us pause and say, okay, so what? She's the black female. Tell me something about what she's going to do for my community, for my family, and for my country.
Absolutely. But see, the thing is that that's the Democratic way. These are the people that are still stuck on this race stuff. That is them. And they've always been that. You got to think, man, the Democratic Party, they are the party of slavery. They are the party of Jim Crow. They are the party of redlining. The one lady, you know, when Trump went out to NABJ, I believe her name is Rachel something. I can't think of her name right off the top of my head right now. But she brought up, oh, well, LBJ did this. LBJ had no choice but to sign the goddamn 1964 bill. He didn't have a choice. Republicans voted for that bill en masse at well over 80+% clips. He didn't have a choice but to sign that bill. It would have caused problems for the Democrat Party had that bill got to his desk and he chose not to sign it. And even when he signed it, he said, I'm going to have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years by signing this bill, because so many people are so politically ignorant. They don't know how things work in the House and in the Senate. And they think that if the president signs it, it's got to be him. And it was all him when it wasn't. Democrats voted against the bill. It wasn't even over 50% of people in the Democratic Party that voted for the bill, but yet it still made it through because of the Republican Party. People need to goddamn go and wake up, man.
If you can't do that, then you've made a great mistake. You have lost half of us who are intelligent enough to know that the president of the United States must be able to sit across a table from Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, from whomever the new prime minister is or president of Iran, and from Yi from China. You have to have those qualities. Therefore, you cannot be afraid to have an interview before a favorable news network like NBC, CBS, CNN, ABC, and all of the rest of them. If you are afraid to have an interview, my major concern is, what is Putin going to do with you or to you?
He's going to do what he's been doing, because if Kamala wins, it shows that this country is as weak as it's ever been. We already look weak sauce. That's why he made the move that he made, because he knew that y'all wouldn't do anything. So if she gets in there in some shape, way, form, or fashion, no world leader will take us seriously. Because to be honest with you, when she had a chance to show who she is on the world stage, she failed. Do you guys not recall when she was up there with the president of Poland and she was hollering, a friend in need is a friend indeed, and all this foolishness? This is not a serious individual. She is not someone that is going to represent this nation as a country of strength. She's not that. As Scott Jennings would say, she weak sauce.
And to the United States. Those are the things that are important to us. Then let's go down the line. Again, if you are a real presidential candidate, we want to know about issues, policies that will affect us, things that you messed up in the last 3.5 years. We want to know today, you have 2 months. Today, how are you going to fix the prices of food in grocery stores? I don't like using the term inflation because most people don't even know what that means. But you know what? Everybody knows what it means, how expensive eggs are. That, you know, she was making these comments about using hot sauce, how expensive. Louisiana hot sauce, I can't afford to buy it anymore because it's gone up. It's like tripled in price or something. It's crazy. Those are the things that we're interested in. We also want to...
That's one of my favorite hot sauce, man. I love that daggone Crystal, Louisiana.
know illegal immigration, what you have done to the border, and why have you done it to the border? You were the border czar, but now we see an influx of illegal immigrants, military-age men. We see what is going on in Colorado. We know that the prisons in Venezuela were emptied and they were told to go to the United States. We see what that has done to our cities. And we want to know, why did you let that happen? We want to know what's happened with child trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking on the border when everybody has free reign. Those are the issues that are important to American black women, okay? Real black women who are free, who do not care what race you are. They could have put you out here and never said anything about race. But if you told me, yes, we've made mistakes in the last 3.5 years, but I promise you in the next month, we're going to get the price of eggs down. Next month, we're going to stop illegal immigration before the election. Show us what you can do before the election comes. Let me see what you have. It's like, okay, you know, don't just talk your talk. You better walk your walk. Do it right now while you're the vice president. Therefore, some of us can follow you. And the other thing, all of the efforts that you're making, that the Democrat Party is making to make you pretend to be a black woman, they're insulting. The fact that you have to change your diction when you go from place to place, insulting. I've spoken, I don't know where, how many different places. It never has occurred to me to speak differently before different crowds of people. Now, if you're intelligent, you're going to speak intelligently. I don't care where you're speaking. And to assume that you have to talk down to black people is insulting to all black people. You don't have to talk down to us. You don't have to get somebody on stage dancing and twerking to relate to us. Grown people, you can talk to us like grown people. And you know what? It doesn't matter what race. We don't care. But I just wanted to say this to the Democrat Party. You've made mistakes with this candidate. And I want you to know that the black women of America, those of us who are free, we recognize your mistakes.
Ooh-wee. God bless that sister right there. God bless that sister for getting on here and speaking the truth. Because the reality of it is this: all black folks ain't in the hood. Some of us might come from it, but we ain't still there. We're not there anymore. And the fact that the media got out there and said that she felt like she needed the code switch and all this other kind of stuff, that's even more insulting to black people that get up and go to work every day, that know how to speak proper English. We can understand proper English, and we want to be spoken to. We want to be treated no different than any other American citizen across this country. But yet you got this lady who had the nerve to come out. She went down to Atlanta. She brought Meg. She started twerking. She was up in Detroit with this faux Southern accent. You better think of union member. You better think. This is flat out ridiculous. It's cosplay. It's blackface. It's insulting. And I appreciate women like this young lady here willing to get out here and call it what it is. It's frustrating to see these people continue to do this. We've seen AOC do it. We've seen Hillary Clinton do it. We're not falling for it anymore. We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe anymore. You can't come and rap to us, dance to us. You can't do that anymore and think that we're going to take you seriously, because we don't. Now, we know we got a sect of people out there, especially those that are in that entertainment world and that Hollywood world that want to be in that mainstream media world. They got to kowtow and toe the line. But those of us on this independent side of things, those of us that consider ourselves free black Americans, we ain't falling for that foolishness no more. We're just not. We're not falling for the foolish. Now, for me, I wasn't going to vote for the lady no matter what, because I don't agree with her policies. I don't agree with the pregnancy terminations willy-nilly up to 9 months. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with, boys being girls and girls being boys. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with you guys allowing young men to compete in women's sports. And I say young men competing in women's sports because we know the reciprocal isn't happening. There is not a woman that wants to be a man that thinks you about to get out here and join no NBA, take no spot on an NCAA team or anything along those lines. Heck, she won't even take a spot on a high school team. We know that to be true. We're just not with it. I'm not with it. So she wasn't going to get my vote no matter what. Because I believe, and I am a firm believer, that if you are a Christian, there is no way that you can support the policies of the Democrat Party. The ideology are antithetical to each other. You just can't. But I appreciate people being willing to get out here and call a spade and call this lady out. Because you got so many people on mainstream media that are caping for this lady when they know she's being extremely disrespectful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Consider joining the ARP family. It supports me, the team, the channel. It gives us the ability to do what we do on a day-to-day basis. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. And I'm going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.